Begin deliberation Monday in the sex crimes trial for former St. Tammany Parish Sheriff Jack Strain. It has been a very long and emotional trial. 5 accusers took the stand. Erica Ferrando is live for us from the courthouse with what to expect heading into next week. Erica.
Cherise, the state rested its case this morning and defense did not call any witnesses to the stand, including the defendant himself. Ad hoc Judge Bruce Simpson reminded Jack Strain of his right to testify, but he did not want to take the stand. A jury will begin deliberation Monday following closing arguments in the trial for former Sheriff Jack Strain. The 58-year-old faces 8 counts of sex crimes, including 4 counts of aggravated rape, 2 counts of aggravated incest, a count of indecent behavior with a juvenile, and a count of sexual battery. Jurors will have to unanimously decide if the former longtime sheriff is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. They've heard 5 alleged victims testify over the last 2 weeks. 3 of them are Strain's relatives. Some of the accusations happened as far back as the late 1970s when Strain was a teenager himself, and as recently as 2004 when Strain was serving as sheriff. One of the accusers is Mark Finn.
He used to molest me.
An emotional Finn testified on the stand that Strain began molesting him at age 6 and raping him at 12. He called Strain a monster and a predator. The Times-Picayune New Orleans Advocate reporter Sarah Pagonis interviewed Finn in 2019 with our own Katie Moore and has been following this case extensively for years. She's been in the courtroom throughout the trial.
Their testimony had the jury listening intently, never taking their eyes away. At one time they were asked if they needed to take a break and they all went, no.
Strain's defense attorneys worked to poke holes in witness testimonies, questioning ulterior motives for making allegations. When the state rested its case, defense did not present any evidence and Strain did not take the stand when given the chance.
My thinking is that the defense believes that they have done enough to create reasonable doubt. They spent a lot of time trying to portray the investigation that was done as somehow inadequate, that they didn't look for enough things, that they didn't comb text messages and social media postings. I don't know how persuasive that will be to the jury.
And it will soon be in the hands of the jury to decide if Strain is guilty of these sex crimes, which could land him in prison for life. Closing arguments begin Monday at 9 a.m. and then the jury will begin deliberation. They were told to bring 3 days worth of closing just in case they don't have a verdict by Monday evening. In Covington, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
Erica, thank you for following this story for us. Strain was re-elected 4 times as St. Tammany Sheriff, serving from 1996 until he lost the election to former Slidell Police Chief Randy Smith in 2015. The sex crimes allegations against Strain span from the 70s to the early 2000s. Our coverage resumes for closing statements on Monday. Be sure to follow us on social media and check WWLTV.com for any updates.